Good morning! What is up, you guys? Welcome to part 3. I just hit the gym. Got that post-gym frizz. The lighting is not as good as I was hoping it would be, but, you know, we're here. So, I was like, well, might as well real quick while I eat my little snack. Let's see what other questions we have. How do you make friends that like the same thing you do? I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with that too. I think the key is, at least that worked for me, was being as friendly as possible and as kind and welcoming to everyone that you meet. And the people who put an equal effort into getting to know you better, or the people it flows most naturally with, it's kind of naturally gonna separate itself, works well with you, and who doesn't so much, or who you enjoy hanging out with and who you don't. I went into my program thinking I was gonna be friends with all the people I had made friends with from Instagram or the DCP group chats, things like that. I don't know that I'm like that close with a single one of them still. And they're wonderful people, nice people. We just didn't like click on that level, or, you know, everyone gets so busy and follows their separate ways. Your people will find you. It just kind of happened. Personally, that was something I was praying for and about, like, from the moment I got accepted, was that I would make good friends, have good roommates, and make the most of whoever I got to interact with. If you get into it, don't expect to just have a solid friend group or all these people all at once. In Arizona, when I started college for the first time, I was very quiet. I didn't really talk to any people. I've been to 2 colleges. And my first one was a much smaller college. I was shy, I was quiet, I didn't talk to many people. So when I went to the college program, I like knew immediately this was my chance to like start over, start fresh, and be more outgoing, talk to people, at least try to make friends with people. And so that first couple weeks when it was all these new people, everyone was new. And everyone was socializing and trying to make friends, so I was right there trying to make friends too. And a lot of them you just automatically know. And you meet friends at work too. Like, there's always new CPs and new employee cast members interchanging, like showing up, leaving. So it's like you meet so many new people, so you have lots of chances to meet people. Chances are you're gonna meet some new friends, because if you sit in your room all the time or just do things by yourself all the time, you're not going to meet people and you're not going to make friends. And so choose now, decide now before you go that you're going to make friends. Get out as much as you can. You're only there for a short time. I think I stayed too much in my apartment near the end of it because I was homesick, but I was also down. And so I think that hurt me more, staying in my apartment when I could have been out seeing friends or literally going to the other campus to meet people, and I wouldn't. So get out. Don't stay in your dorm. That's your place to sleep and eat and rest. That's it. Don't stay there. Is it worth it? Yes. It doesn't hurt you. It's an experience, and there is no other experience that's going to be like this one. This is like a once in a lifetime. Do it while you can before you can't, and make the most of it. It's the coolest thing ever. Changed my life, obviously, so who knows what can happen with yours. Just try it. It doesn't hurt you if it isn't the best thing ever or your favorite thing ever. It's an experience. You can say you did it. It looks good on your resume. Were you able to find a lot of fellow believers to connect with at Flamingo? So honestly, not like a ton. My roommate shared similar beliefs, so we talked about it. It was just fun. We could communicate about it. Like, just because people don't have the same beliefs doesn't mean you have to block them out or you guys have to fight about it. It's like, no, just chill. you're at Disney, you're gonna have a multitude of people who believe very different things. So just be kind and be respectful talking to them. There weren't that many, and if there were, they weren't very open about it. They kind of find you. I think personally that God brings them to you. All the people I was close with and ended up staying close with had very similar values or a base belief system that was similar. There's Christians, they're just probably gonna be quieter about it in the Disney setting, which is kind of sad. That's just honestly how it was. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm much more open about my faith and my belief as a Christian. Not everyone is, and that's okay. No shame about it. And if people don't like you for it, you're gonna find other friends. It's okay, but don't like be hateful. Is working in the Florida heat hard? For me, it was the first year. Yeah, the first like month, the first couple of weeks, I remember just thinking I was going to die because I hadn't experienced that much humidity. Arizona, everyone's like, oh, it's so hot in Arizona. It's like 115 to 120 in the summertime. Like, this should be easy for you. Like, no. Oh my gosh, I will take 120 degree day, no humidity, over a 90 degree, 90% humidity day. I hate humidity. It's just, for PhotoPass, I'd say that was one of the mental challenges as well as physical, because it is so hot and you're out there for long enough periods of time where if you're not drinking and if you're not eating properly, and a lot of times during my program I did not eat well at all, because at the time I didn't know how to really meal prep. I didn't know what to eat. I just didn't plan things well. I was drinking water, but it's not as much as I should have, for sure. That being said, if you do get PhotoPass, please take care of your body. Eat nutritious, good, light foods during the day when you're out there. It is hot. You don't want to be working on a full stomach. You will feel sick. Drink tons of water. Tons of water. I know for PhotoPass, at studios, we would have like competitions, and there would be teams, and we'd be logging like how much water we would drink each day, and then the team who drank the most water at the end of like a month would win something. So yeah, it's hard, but it's doable. You're stronger than you think you are. Just drink that water, otherwise you will pass out, or you will just be miserable. So, is it worth it even if you don't get the role you want? Okay, obviously I got the role I wanted. However, I have friends who got roles that they were not looking forward to at all, and they ended up like still loving it. They didn't want to leave. There are things that get knocked a lot, like custodial or quick service, and yeah, they're not the most glamorous jobs, but every role you're gonna get is a struggle. It has its own challenges, but honestly, let me just say right now, I think custodial has some of the most fun. Like, I've heard amazing things about custodial. So you never know. It's gonna be what you make of it. If you go in saying, I hate this job and I'm not excited, you're gonna hate the job and you're not gonna be excited and you're gonna be miserable going to work every day. And like, if you complain about everything, this is how it's gonna be, because it's gonna switch in your brain that you're not happy to be there, so you're not gonna be happy to be there. If you're like, oh my gosh, I get to work in the most magical place on earth, making magic for all these people every day, meeting new people. On my off days, I can go to the parks for free. I get to do all this fun stuff. Like, make the most of it. Just try. It's gonna be what you make it, you know? That's how life is. Getting into some deep stuff. But it is what you make of it. If you're complaining all the time and negative all the time and just focusing on the hard parts of life or the rough parts, irritating parts, you're gonna be sad, down, depressed, and not very fun to be around either. That's another thing. Don't surround yourself with negative people or pessimistic people. It gets into your mind, and it's just, it kind of pulls you down, because it's like, oh yeah, I do have that stuff I could be focused on. Like, that does suck. No. Be grateful. Do like a gratitude list every day. Be like, oh, I'm thankful for, like, I get to wake up. I'm in my 20s, or however old. I'm working at Disney World. Or I get to go to the gym today. I get to move my body. The sun is up. I'm healthy. I'm not sick. I can breathe through both nostrils. That's all I'm saying. Is you can find the positive aspects of life in literally everything. Almost everything. But you get what I mean. That was a little off-topic rant. Did you have to apply multiple times before getting in? Personally, no. I got in my first try. I know not everyone does. It's a very hard, I think it's like 12,000 people apply every time, every go around, and like 20% of that gets in. But don't get down if you don't get in the first time. It just may not be your timing right now. Something better coming. Trust the process, and next time it goes around, apply the next time, and maybe that'll be a better time, and you'll be like, oh, it's time to reapply. It's a good thing I didn't go last time because this happened. Like, you never know. Can you be a performer in the DCP? So you can get into entertainment as a CP. Sometimes it's harder to do, but I have lots of friends who are CPs who are in entertainment. A lot of times they'll hold auditions. You can go audition. So yeah, it is possible. Absolutely possible. Lots of auditions going on for like so many different things. I've seen many students come home quickly. What is the hardest thing about being in the Disney College program? For the students who go home quickly, it's usually because they were expecting it to be more, like, obviously they could have had family problems, or it just wasn't for them, or that's okay. But what I've noticed is a lot of people, like people who I've known who are there like a month or a couple weeks in, it's because they realize that the job is a lot of work. It's a lot of long hours. It's weird hours, and it is work. It's not magic all the time. It's a job, and you're not in the parks all the time, and it's not a party all the time, and you're tired. I think I went to the parks like 3 times a week, maybe twice a week, sometimes only twice a week or once a week, and I would take a rest day and just go to a resort. I was at the resorts more than the parks near the end of it, especially. It's what you make of it, and some people go into it not expecting the job part of it to be like a job, as hard as it is, because it is harder than I think people expect it to be. How is the photographer job? Do you take photos on your personal time or just for work? PhotoPass as a job, it's a job, so it's gonna have its ups and downs. It's a wonderful role, wonderful experience for me personally. This is all personal experience, okay? It's not gonna be the same for everyone. But personally, it is mentally a lot for me. I handled it a lot better this last July than I did during my program. But it's also so much fun. It is so much fun. Like, it really feels like a family. Meaning there's chaos sometimes. As a PhotoPass photographer, you're getting to interact with people from all over, all different countries, languages, personalities. You are the one entertaining, so you're kind of playing a part. Especially in Galaxy's Edge, you're part of the story. You're part of a Star Wars story. So it's just an amazing experience, and it is so much fun. And the people I've met, the guest interactions, the guest gifts, like people are so generous and kind. It's such a fulfilling job, honestly, when you get to meet all these people and hear their stories and hear why they're here. As cast members, you need to remember that some of the people who visit Disney, especially recently, this is their only trip. This is their only time they're gonna be at Disney in their whole life. And a lot of them are paying a lot to be there. This may be the only trip and experience they ever have at Disney. So be kind. You are making their experience magical, and it could make or break their entire vacation. For me personally, there was always the reminder, no matter how I'm feeling off stage, when I'm on stage and working with people, I am trying to be as positive, as kind, and as fun as possible, doing everything in my power to make it a good experience for them, because especially with something like PhotoPass, they're paying for that too. Quick service, they're paying for that food. You know, people are paying for this experience as a whole, so you want to give them the best you can give them. You just want to be there and be doing it for the right reasons, not just to be getting into the parks for free, because you won't spend as much time in the parks as you're spending at work. So if you're not enjoying your job or making the most of your job, you're not going to enjoy the Disney College program or working for Disney as a whole. There's a lot to say. It's hard to sum up the Disney College program because it's a different experience for everyone. Please remember that. Don't come for me if you had a different experience. I personally recommend it. I think it's a great experience, and I think applications are still open. And so go to that. Instagram, I think it's official Disney programs. You can hit the link in their bio, I'm sure, and it'll take you to all the info you need. Please remember, these were all my own opinions. I don't personally speak for the brand or the company. I'm just someone who works there, and I did the Disney College program. I'm a current cast member, and I really am thankful that I did the program. And I think everyone should try it once if they get the chance to, because it's like a life-changing experience. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm slowly melting. I need to go grocery shopping, so can I go work on homework? I'll have to show you guys what I'm working on. It's Cars themed. It's really cute. If it works out, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, have a great day, guys! If you watched this whole video, thank you. Appreciate you so much. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll see you soon.